him. I got him. Aha, it's Charlie.
Oh, look at your show and tell.
How's it, Charlie? How you doing?
Charlie, how's your show going?
He sees ghosts.
Oh, that is a good show. Netflix will option that one.
He sees ghosts. I don't know why, but there's an arrow, there's a cursor right on your face.
Right now it's on my eyeball.
Yeah.
Womp. That was
You're
on
doing
my
screen
end.
capture. Go ahead.
Yeah. So thanks to you, Nash, I actually got this tip from you. Just using OBS Virtual Studio, I can get the full quality of my webcam by mirroring that instead of my webcam software dumbing it down every time it tries to do a stream.
Yeah. It's hilarious how bad Windows is at any sort of camera stuff.
It is. Like, and every, like, I want to say every year or 2 years, they make an update that just obliterates what they had built and just damages everything after that.
Do you know what's weird? If you use a capture card, no problems. No problems with anything. But if you use a webcam, it loses its freaking mind.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, the webcam is being used in the capture card. I'm not even using a capture card this time. I'm using OBS virtual camera. Oh, that's fine, though. That's okay. How does that make sense?
It's back. It's back.
It's back. I'm getting rid of it there. Sorry.
All right.
You know what?
Everybody, Luke, Rock.net, and YouTube's and other stuff is here to help us out tonight. You have Blurb. You want to promote.
Self-promotion. Number one, if you have watched Radio Dead Air over the years and have seen my face and have watched Rocked before, I'm also going to be on another channel now, contributing to the channel called Heavies. Heavies is a headphone company, but now they're getting into actual original content. So myself and other people, not just me, will be bringing weekly news and updates on the metal community. If you're into metal music, heavy music of any type, that whole channel has just been launched. It'll be a weekly episodes and shorts as well, starting on last week. And then we're just trying to build and improve as we go. Festival coverage, live news coverage, interviews that people send us in. Channel is called Heavies. Just look up Heavies or Heavies Audio, Heavys. You'll see my face on the channel pretty much every Friday.
I put a link in the YouTube thing because I can do that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Very much appreciated.
Okay.
Also, if you're interested, everyone, next week, so maybe a day after this comes out on YouTube, on the Rock channel, I just recorded a video before Radio Dead Air started, before I turned it on one of my most requested videos and probably the most awful 10 shocking confessions in Rockstar autobiographies. Yep.
Oh, God.
The last two, and it's not a ranked list, but the last two made me lose respect and any significant dignity for those people.
Like the things I know about some rock stars, like public knowledge, I already know they can do some horrible things and be like, what?
Yes.
What's the big deal? So oh God, that's probably horrible.
Okay, let me put it this way. David Lee Roth of Van Halen.
For a minute, yeah.
An angel compared to some of the last two. You got that? Do you understand what I just said? Right? Yeah.
That's like the bar is so low that you have to measure the distance in microns.
It's the bar's so low. So the bar's so low that I grabbed a shovel and I just started digging.
Good Lord.
So
all right, well,
that'll be that.
Yeah.
So my mind is already in a wild spot right now after recording all that. So let's see what you got, Nash. Let's see what your news stories can do to the rest of it.
Well, I'm saving the best one for last because it made me so happy. Probably not for the people involved. For one of but it made me so happy because I almost wish I could have gotten Lewis for tonight. I didn't even know because it's so perfect. But we'll go to the other stuff first. Each week, Catherine, the Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? And we're going to start this week with Washington, D.C. There's a lot of stupid things coming out of there lately, but this is for a completely different reason. bring that up on screen. Driver accused of doing donuts on National Mall, charged with multiple offenses, told police, quote, "It's just a joke."
Oh, you knucklehead. Oh, you little rascal.
U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia has filed a slew of charges against a man accused of tearing up the National Mall in a black SUV over the weekend, an incident that was caught on camera and widely shared on social media. 30-year-old Curtis Lear is facing multiple charges, including destruction of federal property, assault with a dangerous weapon, disorderly conduct, fleeing from law enforcement in a motor vehicle, reckless driving, operating a vehicle off-road in a way that damaged protected land, and a partridge in a pear tree. Additional charges include aggravated reckless driving. Just keeps going.
Man, they threw the book at him, but I can't, you see the footage, you can't blame them.
Yeah, this is there. Here you go. Have a look. It sucks. No, that sucks too. Get that off. Go. No. Get off my screen. No, go away. Go away. Then put the thing on. There we go. Go. There we go. Okay, here we go. You can almost hear the Blues Brothers music.
Yes,
in the background.
I was going to say, he's doing it right in front of cops also. Like, there's cop cars just parked there.
He's on the gravel. He's on the lawn. Okay.
So for those who are not aware, DC is a lot more strict for some of those laws with the National Mall, too. Just a touch.
Video recorded by witness shows the SUV speeding across the grass onto a gravel path. Newbert later shared the footage on Reddit, writing, "In 5 years living in DC, this is the first time I've seen some rando leave the road and race down the National Mall." Newbert added that when U.S. Park Police attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver yelled, quote, "I got plenty of gas," and began doing laps.
That's a lie.
Court documents say officers watched the vehicle drive along the dirt path, kept continuously making circles and zigzags around pedestrians. They initially lost sight of the vehicle, were able to track down the driver using license plate information. SUV was traced to an apartment complex in Southeast DC, where police later arrested Lear. It's bad when they have to go get you.
Yes. So he got away, technically, but they had to go get you.
When confronted by officers during the incident, Lear reportedly rolled down his window and said, quote, "It's just a joke." Witnesses say Lear also exited the car at one point to yell threats at pedestrians. When questioned by police, Lear denied driving on the mall entirely, even claiming he didn't know where it was.
Oh, get out of here. Come on. What you didn't know? That giant monument that's visible from 10 miles away didn't clue you out? Really?
Don't make them come and get you. I know that we have a lot of issues with cops in America. They are terrible, but it's better, and better's in big, asterisk, air quotes around it. It's better for them to stop you there and then than for them to come get you, because then they are where you live, and they have probable cause, and they're in your house. Why would you do that, you dipshit?
I mean, he wasn't a Mensa member by all the other standards that we just read.
No, he was. Yeah, he was not.
I want to say this. This was this past weekend, correct? Not the weekend before. So this was the 21st, 22nd. The weekend before was the nightmare in DC, the Pity Sad Parade, and the massive protest and Warped Tour all in the same weekend in tiny DC. And he does it this weekend? Really?
Yeah. He could have gotten away with it too, the previous, because
they wouldn't have even tried on that weekend. They said, we got way bigger problems than this, whatever.
Yeah.
Not even tried to deal with him. Man, oh man. But also, since no one was hurt and nothing else was said, does this count as peaceful protest? If he actually protested something?
I don't know what this counts. What the fuck?
Yeah, of all places too. Even at DC, of all places, the National Mall, and you didn't know it was the National Mall? No, that doesn't work. That does not work.
Why would you do this? What's the possible good outcome to this? He wasn't even But he wasn't even making this for his own social media. Somebody else got it on social media and got all the views. What was the good? What were you doing?
Was he expecting to roll down the window and the cop go, sick Bernies and wheelies, bro? High five. Come on.
Well,
the National Mall can get a little boring. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Next up, I will do a lot of things for our pets because, I love little idiots. Yep. But also I would try to do useful things if there was a problem. Not this. This is not helping. I don't even understand half of what's going on here. Man gets stuck in chimney while trying to get his dog out of a locked building.
Do you want to give him credit for his heart being in the right place?
I mean, he tried. Yeah, but bless his.
I know. He may not have the brains, like Scarecrow, but he had the heart. That's at least something.
Bristol, Connecticut. Firefighters had to rescue a man who got stuck in the chimney of a Connecticut Parks building while trying to retrieve his dog from a bathroom when the door was automatically locked for the night. Police were called Sunday morning to Rockwell Park in Bristol for a burglary complaint. We're told by Parks employees that someone was in the chimney. Firefighters responded to the scene, got the man out after having to remove parts of the building, causing $5,000 to $10,000 worth of damage. Man. The man who's not injured was arrested and charged with burglary, trespassing. The man got stuck near the flue. It's not clear how the dog got stuck in the bathroom or how long the man was in the chimney. The doors can be opened from the inside after they're locked for the night. The dog was unharmed.
Good.
Like,
my wife was about to storm in if something happened to that dog, by the way.
Oh,
so
the dog's fine. The dog's fine. It's like, bless your heart. You tried.
Yeah, like you don't want it. Like you understand the guy's a moron, but it's really hard to be mad at him in a situation like this because you at least understand what he was trying to accomplish. You at least can envision it. I know it's not the best method. It might actually be the worst. Looking at that old building too. That building is like pretty old for what the size of it looks like and stuff too.
But some other pictures here.
Listen, I just imagine he's like the worst type of person in actual like emergencies. Oh, there's a flat tire. Let me slash the other tires really quick then. Just something completely makes it work.
There you go.
It makes that way we're level on the rims and stuff when we drive in. Just makes everything worse. Like this, it made everything worse.
Yeah, Retro of the channel is like, have we not learned from Gremlins? Yes, do not go down the freaking chimney.
Also, there are news stories about this all around. Like this has been a consistent thing ever since Dick Van Dyke jumped down that chimney at Mary Poppins before we were born. I mean, people have been trying it. It's unfortunately not a new thing.
The chimney is designed for a gas.
Yes.
Are you a gas?
It's also an exit only. It's also exit only. No one has ever, even Santa, would understand that. This is the worst Santa ever, by the way. I don't care if he's a mall Santa. That is the worst Santa I've ever heard.
Magmaster of the channel says, Nash, I regularly go to this park. This is not the weirdest thing going on at the park.
Beg pardon, sir? Would you like to share with the class what else you've seen at this park besides man jumping down chimney to save dog in locked bathroom overnight?
They're sharing. I don't want to share what they're sharing, but they're sharing. It's different.
Is this not a park like dog friendly park? Is that what you're getting at? Or a kid friendly park? Or a human friendly park?
Next up, we have Florida, and
speaking of not human friendly,
pups are not people you want to antagonize, nor do you want to annoy them. They are.
You don't want to don't give them a reason because they have excuses.
Yeah, they are scary individuals. They shouldn't be. They have almost no oversight, no anything. You just, if you were ever in a situation where the option, like for no good reason, do not antagonize them.
And Nash, you can attest to this. Nash, you can attest to this. Well, Florida cops are a whole different type of cops too.
Yeah, and I'm not talking like just walking down the street and being like, "Are you gonna be?" This is, you'll see in the story, this is someone took the time and effort to fucking, Florida man has dialed 911 16,000 times. During the first 5 months of this year, a 72-year-old Florida man has placed 3,400 calls to 911, pushing his 5-year total to 16,000 calls to police emergency line. Police last week responded to a 911 call claiming someone was, quote, shooting an AR-15 rifle in the driveway, on the roadway. When officers arrived at the home, they discovered a family barbecue with small children at play. With regards to the reported gunplay, numerous neighbors advised that no such event occurred. The complainant was Samuel Lee Thomas, who lives across the street from where the shooting purportedly happened. Police communication records show that Thomas has dialed police 647 times to make complaints about the neighboring home. He has made allegations about narcotic sales, firearms usage, disorderly conduct, and suspicious activity. Connect Peterson, 34, who lives at the targeted property, told police that the 911 calls had resulted in hundreds of interactions with police and that Thomas frequently stops in front of their residence to yell obscenities at her and her family, including it was readily apparent that Thomas had utilizing the police to maliciously harass Peterson and her family. Cops busted Thomas for stalking and false report of a crime. They also charged him with resisting arrest for allegedly tussling with officers when they tried to handcuff him. My dude!
Take a breath, please. Take a breath, sir. That was so much. Also, is that mugshot a bit of a smirk? Do you see a bit of a smirk in that mugshot? Just a little?
This is like the idea that he's like, well, you're not supposed to be fucking with me.
I'm the one that called 911. Remember? I don't get it though. 5-year total, 16,000. That's a full-time job. There's no other way to say it.
Yeah, no indication of mental health issues or drug and alcohol influence. He's just an asshole, everybody. He's just a fucking asshole.
First of all, those poor neighbors, move. That sucks. Sue the crap out of them and then move. I mean, there's got to be a list of cops and 911 answerings that will line up and attest to you. The cheap, crappy lawyers will be probably frothing for this.
Yeah, people are pointing out, people are saying the fact that cops kept showing up to his house is the more baffling part. And not just that, They kept not arresting him. Yeah, how do you get past like 20 calls?
After 20, wouldn't you think they would just be kicking the door down saying, no, we're done. You're done. You're coming with us now. Also, I don't know. I apologize if you did read this. He's free on $1,500 bond and pled not guilty. That's not how civilization works, right, Nash? Free on bond, $1,500 and pled not guilty. That can't be real, right? That cannot be real. You said there's no mental disorders, there's no hallucinations or anything, right? I'm just confirming.
Yeah. It's got convictions for DUI, pot possession, disorderly intoxication, passing bad checks, violating probation, and failure to return rented merchandise.
He has all the lame arrests too. Like every single thing he's been arrested for is lame and stupid. This guy is the suckiest, most boring criminal. He's just a nuisance. He is the true public nuisance.
Like, have you never heard of Candy Crush? Like, there's other shit you can do if you want to waste this much time.
You obviously have a phone. You're on it 20 hours a day calling 911. You download a free app. Just one.
Moving to Canada for this one. We have all seen this guy. Some of us have been this guy. If you have been this guy, fuck you. If you have been this guy. Okay, I have never been this guy. All right. I
hope I've never been this guy from the sound of it.
Driver stopped for balancing mattress on vehicle.
This guy sucks. I would never do anything like that. Never.
Ask for police escort to destination.
Wow, Canada really is that friendly and like nice. Oh, can you just help me with this? Jeez. Is that the picture?
That's the pic. Yeah, drivers facing charges after police stopped a slow-moving vehicle cruising along with its hazards on and a mattress balancing on the roof in Caledon.
There is not one strap.
Nope, not one bungee cord, not one, nothing, not even duct tape. Not even duct tape.
That's what I was thinking too. You couldn't even get a couple straps to that because that's cheap.
The area's 60-kilometer-an-hour zone, so the slow driving was causing traffic to build and cause confusion and isolated chaos. Michael said the driver was holding onto the mattress with his left hand while an unbuckled passenger held it from the back seat, adding it wasn't secured in any way to the vehicle. When pulled over...
To our Canadian viewers that you have, is Canada really so peaceful that this seems fine? Really? There's no way, right? Come on.
Yeah. Once pulled over, the constable said the 22-year-old driver from Brampton made an unusual request. They wanted to go another 9 kilometers to their destination and asked for an escort. No.
That's at least 5 miles.
After learning the driver also tried to use a twisted bed sheet to hold the mattress to the vehicle's roof, the officer at the scene took the time to educate the driver how to properly secure a load to a vehicle. There's not even a rack on the top of that car.
How far did they get? I'm so curious how far they got on the road too.
Not too fucking far.
Also, have you ever been in a super big rush? You had to get somewhere and you had the slow driver in front of you. Everyone's felt that after you drive for a while. If it was this guy, I'd lose my mind. I don't know what I would do.
It's a fucking miracle that thing did not slip off and flip onto a car.
Yeah. And on the other way, it could have slid down because that car sloped. Yeah. What if it had started blocking his view and his vision?
This is quite literally a case of you could have fucking killed somebody, you dipshit. And they're like, nah, it'll be fine. It's just a few miles. It'll be fine.
I'll just drive it real slow, I promise. And my friend Billy back here, he's gonna hold the mattress, with his right hand, and I got my left on it right here,
I have on my porch a literal bucket of ratchet straps that I have kept over the year. You can get them at the Wally World. Just go over go to like Menards, go to Home Depot, whatever you have nearby. Buy some goddamn ratchet straps at the very least.
Even the cheap duct tape route that they probably have at every gas station would have been something. Literal nothing. We've all seen people like for all the times we've seen people strap stupid stuff to their car. I saw a ladder once on a sedan, taped and strapped like that. I thought that was the dumbest thing. It was strapped though. It was taped and secured somehow. I know I'll never find out. I'm curious how far this person got or these people got.
Too far. Too fucking 22 years old. Look, when I was 22, I was dumb as hell. When you were 22, everyone is dumb as hell when they are 22.
Not that dumb.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
You are dumb enough to try to move a couch up the stairs with 2 people, dumb.
So, okay, well, you got to move. I'm sure I've done moving stuff like that. Yes, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. Still,
I never tried to move the couch on top of my car unstrapped to another apartment. Maybe that's what this guy did first, and this is just doing back and forth trips with the big stuff.
This is not the stupidest thing to be splayed out on a car this week either.
Oh, why is this a series? Ugh.
Man arrested. My voice is going out.
That thumbnail, the image on the thumbnail for that website you just sent me alone, that is enough to make me freak out a little.
Man arrested for DUI after crashing into Fresno backyard, falling asleep on the patrol car. And if you want to see, this guy walked away unhurt. That's what he looked like on the car. Here's the fucking car. That's the fucking, look at that. Holy shit.
Did it crash and then catch fire? Goodness.
It crashed, and look how close it was to the kid's treehouse and slide. Oh my God. It went through a brick wall, no less.
That is that guy's drunk pose, that Scott Stapp hold me now pose with like arms out. That's what it's looking like too. Hold me now. He's drunk if he's asleep like that. That is drunk.
California Highway Patrol says a man was arrested for suspicion of driving under the influence. Suspicion.
Really? Did you have to bust out the blood tester? Is that what you did to make sure? Did you have to do that, officer?
He crashed through a brick wall and ended up in a backyard. They say the car continued through the yard, after it went through the brick wall, coming to rest inches from a children's play structure. Jeez. The driver was not hurt, but officers say he was so intoxicated he slept on the hood of the patrol car, making a field sobriety test unnecessary.
Yeah.
Went to jail, faces expensive attorney, courtroom fees, fines, blah, 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 etc. My dude.
No, you know what? No. They shouldn't have blurred his face out. He deserves to be called out with that permanently on the internet. No, you should have an anonymity for something like that.
Chris 9000 in the channel says he crashed, then he crashed.
Oh, which crash came first, huh? Goodness, he has no man. I asked the last time, how far did the Canadian guys get? How long was he sleeping there for? Boy, oh boy.
I'm pretty sure the cops were like, is he asleep? He's fucking asleep, isn't he? Yeah, he's asleep.
Did they do the arm test where they were like, yep, he's out of it.
Do we wake him up? Or just...
I really don't like Bob. I really don't want to touch him. Do you? I could smell the breath on him, and he's not even breathing right now.
All right. First of all, driving drunk, you were an asshole. You're just there's no. You're what the fuck. There are so many different ways right now in the world, not just America, but in the world, to get a ride if you don't have one and you're drunk. Yeah. So many. There's Uber, Lyft, like, fuck, you can call the DoorDash guy, and I'm pretty sure they drive you home.
For a good tip, oh, absolutely. You tip them all enough, they'll absolutely get you home. Yeah.
Order a pizza and then tip them, they will take you the fuck home.
Yeah, they got to drive anyway. I'm looking at the pictures now because there's one more picture on top of that one. Like, the brick wall, it was like a brick gate. I mean, that is serious. Like, he really had to have been moving to crash through that.
Whoa. Holy shit.
It's not just like the layer like bricks for like a bed of flowers or something. No, that is the full wall. That guy had to have been driving pretty good distance for that. That is insane.
Also, yeah, this is why we have a crumple zone on the front of our car. Elon. This is why you put a crumple zone. The car is supposed to give way first. Elon.
Can you imagine how mangled a Cybertruck would be if that brick wall was the same situation with that driver?
I mean, the Cybertruck might stay pretty much intact, which is the problem. It's not if the Cybertruck will stay intact, you will not.
I don't know.
The crumple zone is to save your ass, not the car. Fuck the car. It's about keeping.
I agree with you. I'm just saying he's going to be roughed up, but also the Cybertruck might completely just collapse like a Flintstones car. All the pieces fall apart as soon as it's in contact. Yeah, man. Oh man, unharmed. Really, unharmed.
Yeah, that's why the crumple zone gives way, so you don't.
That is at least a test. I can't make out what type of car that is. I don't think anyone can at this point. But that is a testament to car safety. They should use that in their advertisements. Look how safe our car is for our drivers. You could do this in it and you won't get hurt.
Now, the last story this week, this is the feel-good story of the year.
Oh, good.
Easily.
Good. Uplifting.
When I reach 70 years of age, I want to be this guy. This is what I want for my future. This is my retirement. This is what I want for myself and others.
Okay.
Lord, I see what you have done for others, and I want that for me. Angry beekeeper sets bees on police during routine traffic stop.
Is this a superhero? Is this a superhero origin story?
A 70-year-old Spanish beekeeper was so upset about being stopped by traffic police that he set his bees on the officers, causing them to take shelter in a restaurant.
Officer, would you like some fresh honey? And he just comes out. Oh.
Local police patrol noticed the driver of a van wasn't wearing a seatbelt and was driving erratically, so they pulled him over. The 70-year-old man immediately set the tone of the interaction with the phrase, quote, "I should have run you over," and things only got more heated from then. Suspecting the man was under the influence of alcohol, the officers asked him to take a breathalyzer test, which yielded a result of 0.38. All right, you are an asshole for that. They asked him to repeat the procedure. To confirm the first reading, the driver became really upset and threatened to kill them. Quote, "Now I'm going to kill you," the irritated beekeeper allegedly shouted at the traffic cops. Before they could react, he went to the back of his van and unleashed a swarm of honeybees that started attacking the policeman.
I correct my statement. He's a bee villain. He is a bad Batman villain, like the D level, you know?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe he's above Condiment King. Fine. C level Batman villain.
He's not the hero we need, but he's the hero we deserve.
He's doing it to the cops.
After calling for reinforcement, the police were unable to leave the restaurant and tracked down the elderly beekeeper. The unnamed man was arrested but released on bail just hours later after giving a statement. Meanwhile, 2 policemen were taken to the emergency room and administered cortisol to mitigate the effect of bee stings. This week, the offender was judicially acquitted of the crime of assault. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha!
I didn't do what the bees did, Your Honor. Oh, sounds right to me. Case dismissed.
Again, I have to stress, don't drive drunk, especially when you have a load of bees and you're driving drunk.
He should have been arrested for the drunk driving, but the bee arsenal or bee munition or whatever you want to call it, it works.
A deadly bee weapon, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Also, this is the perfect situation. Have you ever seen Tommy Boy in the 90s?
Yes, bees! Oh my God, there's bees in the cups. Like he could have literally gotten away with that too.
He had the perfect opportunity, and it was real. The bees were there. Even if he was drunk, the bees were there. Well, he wasted, totally wasted.
Yes. Oh my, but on the other, all right, so on the one hand, fuck you, don't drive drunk. On the other hand, screw you, cops.
Yes. Also, drunk bee handling before you're drunk driving? How much alcohol are you running through every day? That's a lot. If you're that comfortable driving and bee handling at the same time, because you know that thing was probably filled with bees too, if he's transporting them.
I gotta say the only thing in the story I feel bad about is the bees, because they didn't need this shit.
Let's be honest. Yeah, and a lot of them probably got messed up after that, the hives and the honeycombs and stuff. But man, oh man, those bees died warriors. The one that did perish, they died a warrior's death. The hives will speak of their honor forever.
Leighton says he wasn't drunk. He was just buzzed.
That actually was decent. That was clever. Okay. Yeah. That one's fine. That one's better. Yeah. Man, oh man. Also, I'm just imagining the cops that had to stay there in the hearing and then hearing that the guy got away scot-free after all the bee stings. Man, oh man, they were mad after that. If you thought they were mad before going to the hospital, seeing their faces when the guy gets away scot-free, that must have been insane.
70 years old and pulling this shit. I hope that's me. I really do. That is a good way to live at 70. Fuck it.
Suck on that 50. Clicks his heels as he walks out of the trial room.
Like, damn.
I mean, that is a legend. That is a true legend. He should be remembered for one good thing, not the terrible decisions. Man,
guess what we learned this week? When you reach a certain age, be the change you want to see in the world. You see what I did there?
BEE. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I did that.
Well done. Yes.
We've learned that if you are so drunk you can go through a brick wall and pass out on a cop's car, maybe it's time to stop partying.
Yeah.
You're not good at it.
Maybe it's time to download that Lyft app. Maybe. Yeah.
We've learned that you have to secure loads to your vehicle. You shouldn't do this in the first place. Get a trailer, rent a truck.
Hire someone to move it for you. That's not that expensive for just one mattress.
No, seriously, I saw there is at Home Depot will rent you a pickup truck for $5 for the first hour.
Oh yeah. And you can get something like that done in an hour. Yeah.
For this kind of you go $5. Come on.
The guy was 22. I think that's old enough to know at least basic physics of how that's not going to work out well, right? Basic physical science and inertia.
We've learned that when you antagonize the police unnecessarily, they will eventually get fed up with your ass.
Yes.
Like, you couldn't pay me to call the cops right now in an actual emergency. I wouldn't want to do it just to annoy my neighbors. Damn.
No. 16,000. Wasn't that the number?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining having to call the cops like several times in a day and how miserable that would be.
Learned that, you can do a lot for your pets, but be smart about it. I mean, like if it were me, all right, I would not have gone, chimney. I would have gone, window.
Break a window. I was thinking the same thing. It'd be a lot cheaper for the building to replace too, and you could probably not have to do as many fines and community service. Chimney. And the dog would be fine.
The dog would be fine. Chimney. And finally, we've learned that wasn't me might work for a song, doesn't work when they've got your ass on video and your license plate, you dipshit.
In one of the most infamously guarded political or government areas where it's all government property, by the way, all of it. Like highly monitored government property, especially when you see the cop cars there on the grounds too.
Also, do not make the cops come to get you because they will. And you better hope you don't have anything weird in your house. I'm not counting you.